It's always a bit of a game to try and get this frame right and to play around. And is my background the same as the last video? And why am I always in trees? Anyway, it's about the textures of life. Trying to get into the texture, and that's part of me being a kinesthetic learner. I love texture. I really, really love texture. And I think that's part of why I want to live this awesome freedom lifestyle is I want to experience life. I want to experience the textures. I really want to just explore the world. I don't want to be stuck in a box. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. There are so many things that I want to do, so many things that I want to share with my daughters, so many things that I want to share with the beloved. And I'm super keen on creating a scenario where I can do that. And the Six Figure Mentors is one of those ways. You know, there's a few things that I'm looking at and playing with, and it's about not just having all of your eggs in one basket, but really still focusing on the things that make a difference. You know, it's that 80-20 rule, that 20% of the things that you do will create 80% of the results. So focusing on those 20 and making sure that I'm getting results, and that comes from actually doing the work, and not just from watching one training after another training after another training and going, wow, I've done so much training and I'm not getting anywhere because I haven't actually done anything yet. And I'm starting to feel that way a little bit. You know, it's day 15 now, and I'm halfway through this 30-day challenge. This is number 15, and I'm now saying, okay, it's time to get it out there, time to put some ads up, trying to start promoting what I'm doing with the Awesome Freedom Lifestyle, and going into a little bit more of the actual money-making activity. Because let's be honest, as well as being a personal development process of going through this and learning more about myself and getting more comfortable with being on camera, I am doing this to earn some money so that I can have more freedom in my life. One of the things that really inspired me yesterday while I was looking at all of these videos and doing training was there was an interview or a podcast interview with some guys and girls that live here in Perth, and they've been doing this Six Figure Mentors and the Digital Experts Academy for about 2 years or so now, and it's just ridiculous, man. They're absolutely crushing it. And there was an interview with another guy who's doing this business, and they were telling their story about how they got started, and it was so encouraging for me. You know, when I'm going into this new project and there is all of this, you know, there's all of this potential available, but it isn't grounded in my reality yet, because, you know, as much as I can see that it can happen, I haven't reached that place yet where it is happening. You know, I haven't got the money coming in yet. I haven't got, you know, hundreds of people a day saying, Jason, that's a great idea, I want to do that. To have people that are here in my local town that have done this, you know, they've done the work and they're getting some sick results right now. That just brought it into a little bit more reality for me. Made me feel a little bit more comfortable that this is real, you know, this is real. And of course there's going to be stuff online about scams and things like that, and they're always there because haters are going to be haters. There's nothing you can do. And I'm a believer. I'm such a believer. And the beautiful thing about being a believer is so often it does, like these miraculous things that aren't supposed to happen. I remember one time I built this fairy dress rack, right? For a friend whose daughter had fairy dresses and she wanted to hang up her fairy dresses, right? So out of branches and recycled timber, I created this little rack, you know, that you hang fairy dresses on, and it was tied together with twine and things like that. So there was like 3 or 4 screws in the whole thing, and it was just this real organic piece. And then friends of them saw this fairy dress rack and they're like, we would really like a staircase with that kind of feel to it, that kind of energy to it. So can you build us a staircase? And I'd never built a staircase before, and I had no idea how to do it, where to do it, what even like the rules were for building a staircase. And I'm like, oh, you know what I've seen? I've seen these amazing staircases with big trees through the middle and this spiral staircase that goes around it. And the next thing you know, a year or 2 later, there is the most amazing staircase in this house. And I created that. So I know for a fact that if I choose to create something, and I believe that it's possible, and I persevere, it happens. So I know without any doubt in my mind, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I know that this business is going to work, because there are millions of people that want to have an online business. There are millions of people that want to have freedom to travel. Now, I could be talking to you. This could be you know. You may want time freedom. You may want money freedom. You may want location freedom. That's what I want. That's what I'm working towards. And I'm on this stepping stone pathway of doing the learning, understanding it, and then going into teaching. And this is one of the fundamentals that they talked about, is learn, do, teach. Learn something today, apply it, and then teach it. So what I'd like to teach today is something that I learned from Brendan Burchard. And he talks about this 5 times 50 for productivity. And I'll put a link below to Brendan Burchard, who, if you haven't heard of, is epic. He's absolutely epic. And one of the things that he talks about is the first one is the best. Wait till you check out the first one. The first one is the best. But one of the ones that he talks about in this 5 times 50, 5 times 50, 50, which way is it going with the camera anyway? 5 times 50, 5 times 50, is doing 50-minute work blocks. So working for 50 minutes, getting solid, being productive in that 50 minutes. I really should stop clapping my hands by the microphone. Anyway, 5 times 50, and then having a break to stretch out, stretch the body, open it up, drink water, hydrate myself, and then go in for another solid 50 minutes. And research shows that you can be up to 30% more productive if you do that. So I've witnessed it. Been doing it a few days, and I've witnessed the difference in my level of productivity. And there's a few reasons for that. One of them is, if I kind of start to linger, or my mind starts to drift after 30, 40 minutes, something like that, I look at my phone and I start the timer. I've got this 50-minute timer. And I just click my phone because I've got it on airplane mode so I don't get disturbed. And it tells me, you've got 10 minutes left or 15 minutes left. It's like, okay, just 10 more solid minutes, stay active, stay productive. And it pulls me back into productivity, as opposed to going, oh, I'm going to be here for hours, so I'll just look over here for 15 minutes and then look over here for 15 minutes. And before you know it, it's 3 hours later. And it's like, oh shit, probably should go back to that. So, Brendan Burchard, 5 times 50. Check it out. And if you're interested in an awesome freedom lifestyle, and you want financial freedom, you want time freedom, and you want location independence, then check on the link below and click through and see what Stuart and Jay have got to say, because they've helped thousands of people now to do this. It isn't rocket science, but like everything, you know, it takes work. So, you know, if you're willing to work for your freedom, come check it out. I'll see you soon.